When we hear the word wealth, our minds almost instantly jump to images of overflowing bank accounts, expensive jewelry, and the latest gadgets. We picture people living in grand mansions, traveling first class, and enjoying all the luxuries that money can buy. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that wealth is only about material possessions, about the things we can touch, see, and show off to others. Big houses, fancy cars, designer clothes, and exclusive vacations. These are the symbols we often associate with being rich. But if you pause for a moment and look a little deeper, you'll realize that these things, while nice, are just the surface. True wealth, the kind that lasts and truly enriches our lives, goes far beyond what money can buy. It's about the knowledge we gain, the wisdom we collect, and the understanding we develop over time. It's about the curiosity that drives us to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what we know. In a world that is constantly changing, where technology evolves, industries shift, and new challenges arise every day, our ability to adapt and thrive becomes our greatest asset. The most successful people aren't always the ones who started with the most money, but those who learned how to navigate change, who embraced new ideas, and who never stopped seeking out new opportunities. If you look at the natural world, you'll see this lesson played out every single day. The sunrise brings new possibilities, and every living thing must respond to the changes it brings. Plants adjust to the shifting seasons, growing and transforming to survive and thrive. Animals, too, are constantly learning. They search for food in new places, build their homes in creative ways, and develop strategies to overcome obstacles. Their survival depends on their ability to adapt, to learn from their environment, and to make the most of what they have. Think of a bear learning to fish in a new river, or birds figuring out where to find seeds after a storm. These creatures don't just rely on instinct, they observe, they experiment, and they remember what works. When the environment changes, whether it's a new season or a sudden storm, animals migrate, adapt, and find new ways to survive. Their flexibility is their strength, and it's what allows them to flourish in even the most challenging conditions. And perhaps most importantly, animals pass on what they've learned to the next generation. A mother bird teaches her chicks how to find food. An elephant herd shows its calves how to cross a river safely. This sharing of knowledge ensures that each new generation is better prepared for the world ahead. We humans are not so different. We are part of this natural world, and our ability to learn, adapt, and share knowledge is what has allowed us to build communities, create art, and solve problems together. Our true wealth lies in our relationships, our experiences, and the wisdom we pass on to others. That's why it's so important to embrace lifelong learning. No matter our age or background, we can always discover something new, develop a new skill, or see the world from a fresh perspective. Every lesson we learn adds to our wealth, making us more resilient, more creative, and more fulfilled. When we open ourselves up to new experiences and celebrate our achievements, we unlock doors to a brighter future. The journey of learning is what truly empowers us to reach our full potential. In the end, real wealth isn't measured by what we own, but by who we become and the lives we touch along the way. That is the path to true fulfillment, and the richest life of all. The world is changing faster than ever before. New technologies emerge constantly. Industries rise and fall. To prosper in this dynamic environment, we must be adaptable. We must be lifelong learners. Those who commit to continuous learning gain a significant advantage. They develop valuable skills, they stay ahead of the curve, and they are better equipped to seize new opportunities. Consider the rise of the internet for a moment. It created a wealth of new industries and jobs. Those who embraced this change, who learned new skills, were the ones who thrived. Learning doesn't stop after school, not at all. It's a lifelong pursuit. And, the opportunities for learning are all around us. We can take online courses, we can read books and articles, we can attend workshops and conferences, we can learn from mentors and colleagues. The key is to be curious, to seek out new knowledge and experiences. Think of your interests. What fascinates you? What do you want to learn more about? There are countless resources available to help you explore your passions. The job market is constantly changing. New roles emerge while others become obsolete. Lifelong learning makes us adaptable. It allows us to pivot and thrive in this ever-evolving landscape. By continuously updating our skills, we remain relevant and employable. We become more valuable assets to our employers, and we open doors to new and exciting opportunities. Imagine a world where everyone is committed to lifelong learning. It would be a world of innovation and progress, a world where everyone has the chance to reach their full potential. Throughout history, the world has been shaped by individuals who made a conscious choice to never stop learning. From ancient philosophers poring over scrolls by candlelight, to modern innovators exploring the frontiers of science and technology, the thread that connects them all is a relentless pursuit of knowledge. These are people who understood that learning is not just something you do in school, but a lifelong journey that can transform your life, your community, and even the world. Their stories remind us that the power of continuous learning is truly limitless. Take Benjamin Franklin, for example. He started out as a humble apprentice in his brother's printing shop, working long hours and learning the craft from the ground up. But Franklin didn't stop there. He was always curious, always asking questions, always seeking to understand more about the world around him. Over the course of his life, Franklin wore many hats. He was a scientist who experimented with electricity, an inventor who created practical tools like the lightning rod and bifocals, a politician who helped shape a new nation, and a diplomat who negotiated on the world stage. His achievements were not the result of a single talent, but of a lifelong commitment to learning new skills and embracing new ideas. Franklin was a true polymath, driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a belief that self-improvement was always possible. But he's not alone in this. Consider Oprah Winfrey, a modern icon whose journey also exemplifies the power of continuous learning. Oprah began her career as a local news anchor, facing challenges and setbacks along the way. Yet she never allowed herself to become complacent. She read voraciously, sought out mentors, and constantly looked for ways to grow, both personally and professionally. Her willingness to learn from every experience, good or bad, set her apart. By embracing new forms of media and adapting to a rapidly changing world, Oprah built a media empire that has inspired millions. She didn't just stick to what she knew. She pushed herself to learn new skills, take risks, and reinvent herself time and again. Her story is a testament to the fact that learning is a lifelong adventure, not a destination. These stories, and honestly countless others from all walks of life, highlight the incredible power of lifelong learning. Whether it's a young student discovering a passion for science, an adult returning to school to pursue a new career, or a retiree picking up a new hobby, the act of learning keeps us engaged, adaptable, and resilient in the face of change. Ultimately, it's not about where you start, or even the obstacles you face along the way. What truly matters is your willingness to keep learning, to stay curious, and to adapt as the world evolves. Continuous learning opens doors, creates opportunities, and empowers us to shape our own destinies, no matter who we are or where we come from. Curiosity is, well, the spark that ignites the fire of learning. It's that little voice inside us that whispers, what if, or why does this work the way it does? From the moment we're born, curiosity is our constant companion, nudging us to reach out, to touch, to taste, to explore the world around us. It's the very first seed planted in the garden of our minds, and with the right care, it can grow into something truly extraordinary. It's the engine that drives us to explore, to question, to understand. When we walk into a library, wander through a museum, or even just step outside and look at the stars, it's curiosity that leads the way. It pushes us to seek out new experiences, to dive into books, to ask questions, and to never settle for easy answers. Curiosity is what transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, turning every day into an adventure. By cultivating our curiosity, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities, ask questions, challenge assumptions. When we're curious, We're not just passive observers. We become active participants in our own learning. We engage in conversations, share ideas, and build connections with others who are just as eager to learn. This is how innovation happens, how new discoveries are made, and how we grow both as individuals and as a society. And don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." Admitting uncertainty isn't a weakness, it's a sign of strength. It means you're open to learning, to being surprised, to finding answers you never expected. In fact, some of the greatest breakthroughs in history began with someone brave enough to say, "I don't know, but I want to find out." The more curious we are, the more we learn. Every question we ask, every new topic we explore, adds another layer to our understanding. Curiosity fuels our desire to read, to experiment, to try new things, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what we know. It's the foundation of lifelong learning, and it's what keeps our minds sharp and our spirits young. And honestly, the more we learn, the more we grow. Children are naturally curious. They're constantly asking why. They see the world as a place full of mysteries waiting to be solved, and they approach every new experience with wide-eyed wonder. Their questions might seem simple, but they're actually the building blocks of wisdom. If we could all hold on to that sense of wonder, imagine how much more we could achieve. We can learn a lot from their example. Children remind us that it's okay to be curious, to make mistakes, and to keep searching for answers. They show us that learning isn't just about memorizing facts. It's about exploring, experimenting, and discovering new things every day. When we encourage curiosity in ourselves and others, we create a culture of growth and possibility. We should never lose that childlike wonder. No matter how old we get, there's always something new to learn, something fascinating to discover. Curiosity is the seed of both knowledge and wealth, not just material wealth, but the richness of a life filled with learning, growth, and endless possibility. So keep asking, keep exploring, and let your curiosity lead you to new horizons. Learning is not just for the privileged few, it's for everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. In today's connected world, we have access to more information than ever before. Online courses, free libraries, and educational resources are abundant. The only barrier is our own willingness to learn. Imagine just for a moment a world where everyone has equal access to education and opportunities for learning. It would be a more just and equitable world. A world where everyone has the chance to succeed. Lifelong learning is not a chore. It's a gift. It's a gift we give ourselves. It keeps our minds sharp. It enriches our lives. It connects us to others. When we learn something new, our brains form new connections. We become more creative. We see the world in new ways. This is truly the real wealth of learning. It's never too late to start learning. No matter our age or background, we can always find something new to explore. We live in a world of wonder and possibility. Let us embrace the gift of lifelong learning. Let us never stop exploring, questioning, and discovering. Let us create a world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. A world where knowledge is the greatest wealth. A world where learning never ends. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Embrace the power of lifelong learning. If you found value in this video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.